Hi everyone, welcome back, and thanks for joining me. Here I have a Silvertone AM radio, wooden cabinet, not too bad of a shape. The grill's a little loose, could be tightened. The cloth, on and off. I think this is tone, and this is your tuner. It's okay, it could be cleaned up and touched up, but it's not broken anywhere. Here we have the back of it. Obviously an antenna and power cord. Oh, let's see what's inside of the bottom here. Yeah, there is something's loose in here. It's the catalog number 6050. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tubes. 3.5 Z5. So good it doesn't have a sodium rectifier in it. What year? I don't know at this time. Something's coming out of it. Oh, wait a minute. Is this broken here? Yeah, this here is going to have to be fixed. It's kind of, it needs to be glued and clamped. That's all that is. Rubber feet. Don't make no sense. Oh yeah, they got 3. 1, 2, and 1 in the middle. Okay. Let's take the back off and see what we're up against. Hold the back in case there's an antenna or something. Yeah. Well, yes, that is. Well, that's okay. Alright, it's got a loop antenna. Yeah. These wires here, you can tell they're brittle. That will have to be replaced. Ah, look at this. Here it is. The dial lamp just, I don't cut myself taking it out of there. There it is. Broke. Well, that goes in the garbage. Probably put an LED in that place. Wait a minute, that'll unplug. I get that screwdriver in there. That'll unplug, then I can just. There it is. That's nice. I always take the last screw out the way it sits so the chassis don't fall out. Okay, here we go. Pull it out. Yeah, what did that do? It just clips on there. Take a look at the speaker. I don't care. I don't think it's too bad. Maybe look, somebody kind of repaired it there and here. Some kind of glue on it. Let's close this tuner up. Okay. And it's got a bottom plate on it, on the bottom, so I can't see the chassis. 2 transformers. Now, what's the... Did somebody replace the transformer? Why has this got 2? This one's a choke. This has got to be a choke. Yeah, there's only 2 wires. A choke, the output right here. You know. There it is. Yeah, this kind of looks like original. Oh, look at this cap. It just blew right up. Whole end of the cap blew out of that paper one. All original. So what did they change? Why was the screws missing? Yeah, I think they changed the power cord. That's why. I'm gonna try it. I don't see it's dangerous. Either it works or it don't work. This tube looks like it's coming out. Get back in there. Is this off? It is now. Alright, I'm gonna turn the variac on. And we're gonna try it. Let's see, I gotta put this in AM. AM. Here we go. Let me see what we're doing here. Dim bolt tester's not lighting up. There's the tubes. Yeah, they're lighting up. Hey.
54% Marty Nature's Blend plus a free gift with our special TV offer. Call the Marty /TV. Or say.
Seems like the speaker is rattling. Let me see if it's moving correctly inside there. Yeah, it looks like it's free. Maybe it just needs a little bit more. Let me see if I can see through it. Yeah, that's paper thin. Those need some glue there. Perhaps there. Looks like they tore the voice coil, the dust cover off of it. That's what they did. I like to put an aux on this because I don't care if we just AM. All right, I'm gonna cover the speaker up and then start on it. So I'm starting the electrical restoration. So this is my what is this? This is the second IF, and you can see I had to take it apart because look at these wires. It's brittle. There's two cloth ones that are supposed to stay, but this black one, which is going on the signal side of the volume control. There's the blue one. Look at that. It's brittle. Okay, there's the second IF that's done. It's all cloth wire. And you probably can see it down here, the brittle parts. I did take, yeah, the black is just, look at it. It all had to come off there. It's kind of strange though. There's this brown wire here that goes to the B minus. It's not connected to any of the coils. You got two wires coming from the top coil and two wires coming from the bottom winding on these coils. And it's the B minus. Why does it go there? I'm not sure. It doesn't do nothing. It's not connected as far as I can see. Can't be. Let me see. I've documented blue and green, blue and red. Okay, that's across this one. And the black and green. This black one here has that 47K resistor in it. That's why it's got the heat shrink on it. It was intolerance. Well, it's back in there. Now let me check continuity before I go too far with it. Let me see. Well, it'll read. I don't know. See if it's continuity because it's like what I have on it. I didn't put the. It's like 12 ohms. It'll go off. I got me some new. Been wanting these for a long time, and I said, they're kind of good. Parrot clips. So what I want. Black and green. Now wait a minute. We're gonna read. It ain't gonna read because it's gonna have that resistor on it. So I gotta put it on ohms, and I'm reading 40K. If I go right at the resistor, I get all right. Red and blue. okay. Yeah, I do not want it to read. I'll leave it on there. I don't want it to read to the back. Of course it won't. Put it on there. Ohms it, nope. And then let's see if we can get the green right. I mean, it's brown, but it ain't going to do nothing. Ohms. And we'll put it on the, not that black side, we'll put it on the green one. Nothing. No ohms. So it doesn't do nothing. There ain't no winding. There's only 2 windings in it. Alright, this is the first IF. I got the wires on. I already put the second one back into the radio and soldered that up. So this is the second one. I mean, yeah, the second IF that I got to get back into the can and solder that one up. And then now that I got both the IFs with new wire in them, I proceeded on with the tuner, because these grommets are drywall rotted. They look pretty pliable after I took them off, but they didn't look so good on the outside. Maybe I could have let them go, but hey, this is one of my replaced so far. I put a new grommet in there, and then hopefully this, I didn't even try that though. This will fit in there. Yeah, with a little effort. Then this goes back on. Washer on this side. And there you have it. It should go in there. A new grommet. It'll last many, many years. Yeah. So that's collapsed. So I got 2 more of them to replace. And then actually the wires, there's 4 of them coming out. They took this power cord. I cut that white power cord off. They had some sleeves covering up this stuff here. And they put the old with the new one. This is very brittle for the power cord. I replaced it, by the way, also. But I thought, well, maybe they didn't solder it because they didn't have a soldering iron. So I took the tape off one of them. Yeah, they soldered it. Or did they? Yeah, they soldered it, but why do that? You want to solder it right to where it goes. And I rewound. Okay, I think I got this finished as far as electrical restorations. I took this tuner out and changed all the wiring on that. I hope I got it right. I had to take the dial and dial plate off, but that'll be put back on there. Let's see. Put a new power cord on, polarized, and let's take a look under the chassis. Everything's done there. Yeah, I took this power cord. I had it going in here. This piece of leather is what it is, and then back that way. It was like in between. I said no. So I drilled a hole through it and put that in like that. It's not going nowhere. And it sure ain't going to be pushing. I could put one over here to keep you from pushing it in. Zip tie. Yeah, all rubber has been removed out of here and put new wire in. From both of the IFs to just general rubber wire. It's all cloth or new wire put in there. So it should be fine. What was that, a green? That would be green. What I'm thinking is 500. 50. Yeah, that's a 50 ohm. 50 and then 0 zeros. 50 ohm. The print called for 15 ohm. This looks like it's been from the factory, but at 50 ohms, I'm only reading, let's see if I remember that right, 23 ohms. Get this over here. 22.5. So I'm leaving it because I think it might be wire wound. I'm not sure. It kind of looks like it with the white bands on it. So right at this point, I'm leaving that one. So we're going to try it. There's a couple things I wanted to get done. I can't do it. I wanted to put a one of these are the frost ones here, these LEDs for this lamp here. It didn't work out because if you notice these LEDs here, they come from the end right here, and look at, they're real fat, where these are a little bit low. So these here does not go inside that socket really good. The only way I do is cut down that socket. I'm afraid it'll cut down on the they're just too big, they get too fat around here. On these are just a little bit more taper. So I have that, and then the fact I wanted to put a aux jack in it for Bluetooth, any kind of a player you wanted to hook up to it, but no, since that would have to be going to ground on the chassis, it wouldn't work. You have to hook it up to the B minus. Well, you can't put B minus to the chassis. Well, they got a capacitor, I think it was a 0.1 and a 300K going to the chassis from the B minus. So what I did get it to work. I used a, what was it, a 0.015 safety cap type Y, and it worked. But once I hooked the antenna up, it was just so much interference and so much, it was just terrible. So I even did my antenna again. I had all these wires that were just brittle. So I redid that. Let me turn the power on the Variac. And let me give it back. You don't have to see it up now, close. This speaker was already done that way. It was a fine hairline crack here, which I put one sheet of, one ply of a paper towel on and re-glued what he'd done. And I found another one I could use some attention, so that's it. Alright. Ready to turn this on. Wait a minute. Let me get, sorry, I should have had this at the ready. I just woke up here and get my coffee and get this going. I can always have this on. The bulb is not lighting up, so that's a good thing. Alright. Why is it not glowing? It is. Tubes are glowing. There we go. Do I get this on mute or what? Tuning.
Do life smarter and find smart tech that gives your home an immediate upgrade. We're connected with locks, thermostats, doorbells, and more. This spring, get more done with smart home devices from the Home Depot. Refresh your home.
You know, I don't even have the coil, the loop antenna on the back.
Start your spring project with savings now at the Home Depot. Contact Best Buy Store, see store for details.
That's the tone.
Hey, weekend warriors.
How's a little trail
Yeah.
therapy sound right now?
That's low
Let's go for a ride in the all-new Nissan Armada Pro.
and high, so
Tune out all those working days. Turn up that twin-turbo V6 engine. Instead of of letting the kids play
It's
on.
working. I guess I did everything right.
This badly needs.
Let me think. Anywhere? Well, yeah.
Yes, Joe. Rather.
At the plate. Well, that's at the plate. Yeah, we get some.
There you have it.
Get some voltages real fast. I know I like to check my grids and plates all the time anyway. We have to go to B minus on this one though.
You're helpless. Please accept the inevitable. It'll be better that way. Okay.
Broke down and finally got me through these pair of clips. Some things you want and you put on your wish list and I really don't need them, but glad I got them. Pin 3.
Rather likable judging from you.
Sorry, but get in there. 1, 2, and 3 right there. Right here should be 111 volts and I'm supposed to get 112. Very good. Suppressor. At 117, I'm getting 100. Wait a minute. 107, I'm getting 107. The grid is the next one. Should be low and negative. Like to see where it's at. Oh. I'm thinking it's this one. Yeah, very good. 0 volts. It's a good thing. 11 volts. Should be 12 because it's 12S K7. So, okay. Well, the pins are different. You think they'd be the same. Let's check the, see if they give me a grid voltage. They don't, but we'll check it anyway. Grid is got to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4, 4. I don't touch anything. 0.5. I just try the plate, which is pin 8 on this tube. I don't 6 volts. Want to give it to me? Yeah, let me see. Plate. It's not showing me, but 106 sounds right. The suppressor 876. 106 volts, and I'm supposed to be getting 107. So that's good. So I have this aux jack here for Bluetooth, any kind of other device you want to put in there. Tape deck or a MP3 player, anything. But you notice I do not have a switch on here. There's no switch to change it over from the radio signal to the aux. And the reason behind that is because this is a same concept as, you know, the, say your phone, for instance, or your radio, whatever, that has a headphone jack. When you plug the headphone in, the speaker will cut out. Well, same principle. When you plug, I got the radio signal wire going to this from the volume control, then out of the volume, then the other wire goes back to the volume control. Radio signal I took off of the volume control, and I'm bringing it back with the other wire. This is a shielded wire. You need to use shielded wire, and you won't need a switch, because this is going to be your switch. And I'll show you. As soon as I set this up, we're going to put this on. I think that would be the white wire that I connected in there. My memory serves me right. Okay. And then we can put this one on. Let's put it on this red one first. Put it right here because it's the same connection. Put this on. Now you're going to see 983. That is going through that resistor. Now if I push this jack in here, oh, I just lost my contact. Get it back on there real fast for you. All right, there it is, 983. If I push this regular stereo plug in there, oh god, I lost it, did I? Now it drops out, see? Take it back out. And there it is again. Now we go on the other side. There it is, it's reading continuity. I put it in, and it cuts it out. So it's cutting out the radio signal, and then when you let it back in, the radio signal's back in, okay? So you don't need a switch. You just need the right jack, which is one that will cut it off. That's the type you'll find in, like I said, your MP3. Naturally, it's going to be a lot smaller. Your iPhones, smartphones, your any radio or any other audio device that uses a headphone. When you plug it in, it's going to cut off the main speaker. Well, this is cutting off the radio signal that was on the volume control, and it returns on the other red wire back to the volume control. So it's a switch. You don't need nothing but this.
Just you're such a lie. You are the greatest problem I ever had. Baby, I love you so good. I love you like a man. But too bad I can't bluff. Gotta tell the stuff I'm dreaming of. So good. I love you like a man. But too bad I can't bluff.
You know what though? What if I put the antenna on it now? That could be a problem. That's where I get my static.
To your door like before, but when it's time to scratch,
Yep.
I'm gonna grab you and growl and my hungry heart will how I love. And if that makes me the most, then let me do it. You made me what I am.
See, that's that antenna.
You are.
Remember when I did the second IF? I had that brown wire that didn't make no sense. I'm moving it. I'm taking it out because I think that's causing a problem with the antenna being on that radio where I don't have a good aux sound. I'm picking up both radio and aux. Okay. So here it is. That's second IF right here. You can see it. Here's the primary and the secondary, but and it's not connected to the can. It's not connected to anything in there. It's just a pin. That's that brown wire. It's coming down here, connected to the B plus. Okay. It's also coming up over here to that detector, AVC AF amp. It's coming up here to the cathode and also that diode plate, one of the diode plates out of the two. But then if you look, keep going, it goes over here to this 0.00025 cap to the 0.005 cap, straight up down. Look, goes to the grid of the output tube. And as a token, this secondary will come down here, and it goes to where I connected for my disconnected the radio signal source. So this is what I'm thinking is an inductor, because it's not connected to nothing. So it's an inductor. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove this from here to here. I'm going to eliminate this. I think it's called, it's an inductor. It's called, I don't think it's very much. That wire is probably about 5-6 inches long, coming out of there to the B minus on the length of the IF can, plus say about 5 inches long. So the inductance has got to be very, very low, but nevertheless, it's got to be that problem. So, you know, it still might get some, but it's going to help it, I think, by taking this inductor out of here. I'm just not going to take it. I'm just going to disconnect it right here. That's a B minus. Right here is connected from there to there. I'm just going to eliminate it from this B minus right here and see what we have. This 12SQ7. Did the same thing. The detector AFC AF amp tube. It's this 12SQ7 GT. It's got to stand for glass tube / glass, I guess. It's got the metal tube in there, so I'm replacing that with I should have that in stock. A glass tube. I did an alignment, and I made it a little hotter. These got some out, not a lot, but considerably amount on the IFs, and I adjust the antenna. Then I went to what did I go with after that? The coil for the RF and the oscillator coil. So, and you can tell because when I turn it up here,
No one really got to me.
when I turn it, you don't have that whistling or whining noise.
Fighting off body out of my dreams.
It's nice and clean.
I got some more.
That's a good thing, okay? Now when I plug this in, this thing in, I did disconnect that brown wire coming from that second IF. Remember, if you remember when I didn't have this antenna on, the loop antenna, I could turn this tuning condenser, I could turn it either way, up, all the way fully closed, fully open in any direction, and it did not have that sound. So that's what I want to hopefully get here. Connected for calls and audio. Okay, it should be on. Alright. Then I'm going to go pick a song here. I'll use the one I did before because I think I've used it before and it's not copyrighted. Yeah, this one I think. Make sure the volume is up. All the way up. There it is.
Oh, I've got to think twice when we're dancing so my arms won't crush you. And I've got to be nice so the door into your heart won't slam. So I worry and I fret, for if once I should forget and rush you,
That's what I was wanting. I wanted to turn it off the station a little bit, and it doesn't make that noise.
Just you're such a You are the greatest problem I ever had. Baby, I love you.
Off the station.
Love you like that. But tonight I can't bluff. Gotta tell the stuff I'm dreaming of.
See, I can move it now, and it does not.
Take you straight to your door like before. But when it's time to scram,
That'll work.
I'm gonna grab you and grab.
I think it said it was something. Power off. That was the ticket. So everything's done. What is it? Oh. But here's that brown wire that I disconnected. There it is right there. Brown wire that I put in there. So I'm gonna put some more tape on it and just leave it disconnected. I'm gonna try to make sure it's, maybe I'll stick it back inside that can. There's that resistor that I replaced that I was telling you about. Right here. That one that was had the 50 ohm in it, was only reading 23. So I put two resistors in it equaled 15 ohms. So we got it done, and I'm able to have the aux when I want it. Okay, I replaced that 12SQ7 this metal tube with the glass tube. It was a Philco, and the pin in here, the center pin for lining it up, was broke off completely. But I was able to identify how it goes in there after I checked it.
The old dead don't bleed, Tom. The old dead don't.
And I just love the way that sound is just so quiet.
His head. See? I'm with to death.
Well, it's got the right. I have this Silvertone model 6050 finished. This is the Bluetooth. I gotta get that then I'm gonna move the Bluetooth.
Who in those times
There it
could be a
is.
surgeon and still be an honest man? At that drugged hour of the night, look into the sitting room of a spacious house.
I
Many
changed
candles are still alight there.
the grill
though they
because
have burned down
when I
nearly
remove
to their
this
silver sockets.
Russian, if you will,
There's Chinese paper on the wall,
it was really dirty.
turkey carpet under
And it was hard to get
In
that
front of the
wrinkle
fire,
out of when I just
now
take it
almost
out. So I just replaced it with a white one. I think it was kind of nice.
with his bottle green coat. Heavy.
Dr. Arnold, sir.
I beg your pardon, Mrs. Tancred.
Dr. Arnold, sir. It's gone 2 o'clock.
Yes, so it has.
You've got a lecture to deliver tomorrow, and you'll be all worn out. Why don't you go on up to bed?
Mrs. Tancred.
So I
You're a jewel of a housekeeper. I admire you, and I can't do without you.
redid the cabinet.
Please go away and let me alone.
Sure, I'm very sorry.
And
Fancy, Jenny.
Stop. I shouldn't have said that. I'm...
gotta keep some of the lights off in this place.
Smoking too many cigars.
Here's the jack.
Why must they keep toning that bell at East Hill Church? Why must they keep it up all
I
night?
put that I'll show you.
Wait. Who is Elsie?
What did I do with it right here? I wound up putting the LED in after all. Remember the base was, it's a regular size base, but the bulb at the bottom of the base was too big around compared to the base on these incandescents that are like more tapered. But what I did is I put a little flux on it and I put a bead of solder on it. Worked out good. So now it's an LED. It's going to take a long time for that to burn out. I got a tube loose in there. Now I remember this one. I think was it this one?
Is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger.
Should put metal on glass.
Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. Fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
That's really funny.
The Columbia Network takes pleasure in bringing you Suspense.
Nope, it's got an issue with something's loose. Okay.
Well, I don't know.
I've always seen mistakes in the schematics. We went on about this schematic calling for a GT. I'll get back to that page. I think I hit another open window. Yeah, that 12SQ7 GT detector AVC AF amp. It says GT, and it shows it in the string 12SQ7, but it don't say GT or not in the string, but nevertheless. So that 12SQ7, if you remember, it's the metal tube. It has that shell, and it's going to ground. Okay, now if you look at the 12SQ7 GT, there's just no connection on pin 1, none at all on the glass tube. So I replaced it back, and
Feel better if you'd walk over with
that was
me.
it.
Then I can drop you off at the
just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous.
So you can see that the radio was fixed now. That problem was using that glass tube instead of the metal tube. It needed the metal tube, even though the schematic showed a glass tube. Sometimes the schematics can be wrong.
This is the story.
The Columbia Network takes pleasure in bringing you suspense.
So that's it. Just by replacing that tube with a metal tube. I did everything I think I possibly do on this. I got this. Remember, this bottom board, mounting board, was busted. It was right here, down, and the reason why, because it's about an inch and a half of this is well, it's all tongue and groove, but this part here, tongue groove, the actual tongue broke off. So I put it back in place and glued it, and being the tongue being missing, broken, I put a little brace right down here to hold that, and it's hold it forever. So yeah, that's it, guys. It's all done, and
People asked us to do it again, so it's gratifying to get the chance now.
So
Find a favorite of ours in it.
Be careful when you're looking at schematics. I've seen quite a few of them have mistakes.
I know a lot of people who think there are a lot of people who don't like a good ghost story. For the benefit of these, at least, I go on record at the outset of this evening.
So that's it, guys. It's all done.